Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel Voice of Fire Tarot. For this reading I'm going to be asking Spirit to connect me to Mother Earth or Gaia. And then I'm going to be asking Mother Earth for a message for you. For this reading there will be 4 groups to choose from and each group will be represented by a tree. So please take your time, use your intuition to select which tree or trees most resonate with you. And please pause the video if necessary if you need more time. Please also remember that these are general readings, so just take what resonates with you and leave the rest. If you do wish to have a more personal reading, you can do so by following the link below. If you like what you see or hear in my readings, please remember to hit the like button, share, subscribe, and leave any comments if you wish to do so. Okay, so thank you very much and goodbye. Hello Group 1 and welcome to your reading. You chose the first tree and this reading will be about a message directly to you from Mother Earth or Gaia. And as I'm meditating for your reading and as I'm really connecting to your energy, Group 1, what Mother Earth has given me is a set of codes. What looks like it's kind of like computer language, but I was just seeing some codes and sort of numbers. I think it was numbers. I couldn't make out what they were. But I just get a feel that some of you are doing something with computers, something really specific. It's almost like computer programming. And it's something really, really specific. And in my mind's eye, or in my third eye, I'm seeing these codes right in the bottom, kind of bottom right of the screen. Also getting shown an image as well of an edge of a picture frame, of a wooden picture frame as well. So I'm feeling there's something to do with interpretation, messages, coding. That's what's strongly coming through for me, for a lot of you in Group 1. Remember, this is a general reading, so just take bits that resonate with you and leave the rest. It might just be a word or a couple of sentences that resonate for you in this particular reading. So let's have a little look at the energies, please, but also the message that you have for people in Group 1, please, Mother Earth. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I am going to select a mixture of tarot cards and oracle cards, and I've got a selection of decks to choose from as well. A bit of problems today getting this together. Okay, now that's interesting. To start, we have the Judgment card on the bottom, and someone is delivering a message. Well, not somebody, an archangel, Archangel Gabriel, is delivering a message. Okay, so strongly something to do with message, but something very, 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 very specific, I should say. Okay, what else have we got, please, Spirit, for people in Group 1? Okay, more about this, please. Okay, I think we'll have some astrological energy as well. Okay, I'm drawn to these decks, so just use the Gateway of Late Activation Oracle, the Black Moon Astrology deck. This is the Hidden Worlds deck, or Oracle of the Hidden Worlds. And then I think I'll finish off with the Divination of the Ancients Oracle deck. Okay, let's see what we've got. Oh, I did forget, I'm going to choose this numerology deck, I think, as well. I think I'll choose 2 cards from this deck. Okay, Mother Earth, what do you have for people in Group 1, please, who chose the first tree? So we have the Seven of Swords, followed by the Hanged Man. That's interesting. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles, followed by the Seven of Pentacles. Now this is a very, very strange set of numbers. And what's interesting as well is that we have the two central cards here. And outside of these, we have two different suits or two different elements. We have swords, which is air, which is the mind. We have pentacles, which is earth. But both of these, if you notice, they both are a number 7. Okay, so a number 7 is appearing there. Now, we have here the Hanged Man. And this is the 12th house as well. And also the number 12. And also we have the Ten of Pentacles. See, what I'm seeing here, the first thing that came to me is that we have a figure here with the Seven of Swords that is not, they're not seeing a message. So what the Mother Earth is trying to give you the heads up. She's trying to show you a way. I believe it's through some sort of coding. It's some message that is very, very specific. And I think what she's doing, she's giving you numbers, possibly codes. And at the moment, you're not seeing it, or you are seeing it, but you're not understanding how to interpret it, which is what I see with this Seven of Pentacles. And what I feel like Mother Earth is saying is just take that time, and things will start to be revealed. There's a patience here I see as well with the Hanged Man. What she's saying is just hang there, metaphorically obviously, and what will happen is, like with the Hanged Man, things will start to become clearer, more precise. And this is what this Hanged Man is about. He's hanging upside down in order to get a different perspective on things, a different perspective. So what Mother Earth is saying is, you might be getting messages that you are a bit unsure about, and that at the moment you seem to be in a stage where you're getting all these messages, downloads, I would say, from Spirit, from the Spirit of the Earth itself, from Mother Earth, different energies, and at the moment you're not quite understanding what they are, but she's saying have patience, surrender to what's coming through to you. Don't try and overthink it, overanalyze. Because remember, this Seven of Swords, this is a mental card in terms of, it's to do with the element of air, which is to do with the mind. And what I'm feeling here is that if you overanalyze it, you kind of get into this state. This is almost like procrastination. It's like you're pausing and you're thinking, what is the next step? What is the next step? And I think that is coming about from maybe over-analysing this message and not just surrendering to it. Because what Mother Earth wants you to do, she wants you to bring this message down, or it could be a number of messages. She wants you to do it in a very precise way, and she wants you to communicate this to the world around you, to the outside world. So basically, this is the process of you channeling, or you receiving this information from Mother Earth. Mother Earth can really give you messages, not just through the three-dimensional. It definitely could be through the three-dimensional. So I'm actually thinking, have a look at nature around you. There can be certain things to do with the number of things you find in a certain day. It could be, I don't know, it could be the number of flowers on something. I don't know. But I'm looking at, there's definitely something to do. It's funny that we've got two numbers and both are 7. That seems really, really relevant to me at the moment. So really have a think about that number 7. And there's a code there. She's given you a code there. You just have to be patient and you will get the answer. It will come in time, but it will come to you. And it's something that you're not meant to keep to yourself. You're meant to communicate to it, So I'm going to get a bit more information now from these oracles. So we have 10th house of the world. So yes, again, these are kind of Roman numerals. These are numbers like on a clock. And this is really, what's interesting is we have the 34, 3 and 4 equals 7. So she's really drawing attention to the number 7 for you, in whatever format you get it. That is something that's really, really relevant to you at this moment. And it's the World card. So this is you communicating that message to the world. But I think it's something that's going to come to you. It's going to be delivered to you it might not seem very spiritual or very esoteric when it comes to you. But what Mother Earth is saying, it is, and you're meant to connect to it and bring it down. It is something really, really spiritual. Just look for it. Well, not even look for it. Just know when it's there. It's there. It will be there. And just to be aware and think of what has happened so far. What kind of synchronicities have you had in relation to the number 7? So it might not just be in things you see every day. It could be to do with dates. Anything really. Anything that resonates with you. And just saying now it's time for you to take notice of it. She wants you to start using it. Okay, it's interesting I saw the picture frame. So this could be to do with something, maybe with art or painting. I don't know. I'm going to get a bit more detail here. So we have here the Stellar Gateway Activation, Infinite Potential, Manifestation Vortex. Wow. It's like Mother Earth is saying is that you have the ability to connect to Spirit, to Mother Earth, and to be, when you're doing it, to be very, very specific in terms of what you're connecting to and what you want to gain. You have access to that manifestation vortex. So obviously be careful in terms of the messages you send out, because you will get something manifested very, very easily for you. You have infinite potential. You can manifest anything you want. But it's about using them tools, using the codes, using the numbers that Mother Earth communicates to you. Okay. And we have here Memories of Atlantis, Spiritual Acceleration, Progress, Technology. Okay. Now it's interesting that before I was thinking something to do with coding and something to do with computers. So that might be something that's relevant maybe in your line of work. You could be developing, I don't know, for example, some new piece of software that could make things, easier for people, a new way of doing things, a new program. Or computers could, just really, really feature heavily in some sort of business idea you've got, some sort of innovation, something you're doing with others. But I feel you're meant to bring that to the party. So if you're working with other people, you're meant to bring that kind of again, a lot of Aquarian energy, that sort of forward thinking. And Mother Earth will help you with that. She will give you the codes for that. She will give you the information. But instantly I'm thinking back to this image I'm getting of the corner of that picture frame. I'm also feeling that it needs to have some structure. It needs to have some grounding to it as well. That's really, really important. Okay. So we have here spiritual career. Wow. Okay. Anything else to remember? So we have a number 7, but yeah, it's 78, which adds up to 15. Let me think. Spiritual career. Wow. This is really telling me, your Mother Earth is really telling me that you can connect through her energy, really, and this will help you to progress. So if you're on a kind of a spiritual path, it could be something that's quite revolutionary, quite innovative, quite different. This is what I'm seeing with this Memories of Atlantis. And maybe you're actually triggering something like an old skill or a talent you've had that's been forgotten about. You're reigniting it again. What she's saying is it's time to revisit old talents, old things you've forgotten about. It's time to project them out into the world. And what I'm feeling is that for this group, a lot of you are involved with possibly, the progress of possibly humanity, or making things easier, making things better for others as well. And this is part of your, your spiritual development, really. Okay. It's almost like your spiritual career is like, it's like you're putting a modern twist on it, I would say. And yeah, you're doing things in a very, very different, quite a refreshing way. Then we have mountain lights. We have light beings, portals, subtle energies. Yeah, you definitely have the ability, group one, a lot of you, to connect to the other dimensions, but you might not be realizing it. And what they're drawing your attention to is to really focus on them subtle energies. The subtle things. Really, really try and make your psychic senses sort of more sensitive to things. For some of you, it might not be to do with clairvoyance. It could be to do with any other clairs, really. Clairsentience, claircognizance. But what Spirit is saying, or what Mother Earth is saying, is start to really use your senses. Be aware of things. Be aware of the messages that come to you, in any form whatsoever. Wow, handwriting, authenticity. Now, authenticity, this to me is about being direct, being honest, and being accurate. And again, it's actually communicating the messages that you get. So maybe you could be, developing some sort of, I don't know why I keep referring back to computers, but it does seem very, very relevant. Or even it could be some sort of a book you want to publish that is actually. This group is definitely to do with communication, and I feel with this ten of Pentacles, it's something for other people, to benefit other people. You are communicating wisdom to other people. I see this old. Obviously, he looks chronologically quite old. This person in this Ten of Pentacles, but with it, he's got the experience. So this is what you need to be like. It's kind of like you're the oracle. But you're able to bring a fresh perspective to things. But yeah. Then we have surrender. What did I say here? Surrender. Okay. Surrender to the messages that come to you, and just accept really that I think this is part of your mission really. In order to receive, surrender to what's coming to you. Just be happy in terms of, well, not be happy, but just come to sort of an acceptance that you might not know the answer straight away. Because the more you start to get frustrated, I've had this as well when I get messages from Spirit, and I'm thinking, the more I get frustrated about it, I sort of go into the Seven of Swords mindset, and it kind of blocks me off from it. But what you need to do is open out, and then what will happen is you'll start to get into the Hanged Man energy, which is about surrendering really. And then what happens is you notice the top of his head lights up. This is when things start to be revealed to you, because you're looking at things from a different perspective, because you've relaxed and you've opened up your senses. And this is what Mother Earth is saying. Okay, and then we have, wow, Sagittarius IC. So yeah, your eyes are being opened. They're saying open your eyes. Use your physical senses, your actual physical eyes, one of your five senses as well. These are the gifts that the gifts that you've been given on Earth to actually see around you. And then the signs will start to make sense to you. Okay. All right, so I want to get a bit more. I'm going to delve a little bit deeper now, please, Mother Earth. For people in group one. So definitely there's something that you want people in group one to communicate to the world. You want them to channel these messages. Can you give any more detail about the codes, the messages, what you actually want to project out into the world? For people in group one to project out into the world, please. So the Hanged Man, this to me is a receiving part. Okay, that's interesting, Six of Cups. And then we have the Ace of Wands. So yeah, so what I said before, I was talking about a fresh perspective on things, seeing things from a different angle. Aces in the tarot are to do with new beginnings, they're new starts, and this is what we have here. This is about freshness. Ace of Wands, this is very, very, much about doing energy. It's that spark of energy. It's that spark of creation, the flame of creation. This is what I see here. So this is what you're meant to do. You're meant to be creative. You're meant to bring new things, really. And this, to me, I asked about what you're channeling. This to me is that it's almost saying that you've had this gift for a long time. You've given it, possibly in childhood or even in previous lives, but it's something you've always had it, and it's time to revisit it. It's time to start to get creative like that child. It's time to start really focus on your own inner child. And this will get you out of that over analytical headspace, because it's good to be analytical, but you need to balance it with that energy of surrender, being more open to other things as well. So that'd be really, really important for you. Okay, so yeah, it's a mixture of being precise with them codes, but not because the more you try to analyze it too much, it will put up a lot of resistance. This is definitely to do with your spiritual journey, what you are meant to do, what you're meant to do. But I do really believe that you are providing some sort of really, really valuable service for others. Okay, so that's all I have for you, Group 1. Thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you liked the reading. If you did, please remember to like, share and subscribe. And all the best to you, and goodbye. Hello, Group 2, and welcome to your reading. You chose the second tree, and your reading will be a message direct to you from Mother Earth or Gaia. All right. So as I was connecting to Mother Earth for the message for Group 2, I was getting the image of it was like a steel grid with squares on it and leaves growing through it, like a cover on a drain or a cover on a well. And this cover was being lifted off, and it was showing me down into a well, really. And there was like a bucket on the side, but yeah, it's just the kind of thing I'm getting. So it's looking deeply into a well. This is the image that's coming through strongly for people in Group 2. So what is this message, please? Can you elaborate on this message, please, Mother Earth, for people in Group 2, please? So again, I'm going to choose a mixture of tarot cards with oracle cards as well. I'm feeling 3 cards for this group from the tarot. I'm just going to select some relevant oracles now. Okay, let's go to this one, I think. This is the Divination of the Ancients Oracle deck. Then we have, I'm going to use this Intuitive Life Coaching deck. I do get some sort of strong connection with nature, with greenery, and also with water, with bodies of water, or definitely wells for a start. Let's have a look here. I'm going to use this deck now. This is Sacred Forest deck. And then I'm going to choose this one, I think. This is the Oracle of, I think it's called Witch's Wisdom. Witch's Wisdom Oracle. Okay. Let's see what we have for Group 2, who chose the second tree. Okay, so we have the Lovers, followed by the Star. Wow, what a powerful start. What's interesting is that, I know it's not a well, but it's a body of water, and she's pouring something into it. I was talking about buckets as well. She's pouring something into this water, which is often we pour buckets and water into a well, or we get water from a well, I should say. And then we have the 10 of Swords. Okay, that's interesting. What have we got? Okay, so I think some of you in this group have some kind of strong connection, possibly to gardens or even beautiful scenery. And I think it's something, a gift or something you've got that's come from, because I'm not getting necessarily the end of a cycle, which often the 10 of Swords can mean the end of a cycle, but I think it's something that's coming through now at a time in your life. It's something that Mother Earth is trying to draw your attention to again. And it's almost like the answer is by you looking into the water, metaphorically lifting off that cover. And waters are about emotions. They're about looking, water's about, it's really to do with our, our intuition, our emotions, and really looking deep into things, really looking into your emotions, and really feeling as well with this particular group some sort of strong connection to starseeds. So possibly in previous lives you have been starseeds, and this is your incarnation on Earth at the moment. It's almost like in this Lover's card, it's almost like some sort of UFO that's coming down to Earth. You have that kind of energy, and I feel you're able to connect to the energy still in this life. This 10 of Swords, there are beginnings and there are endings, but I feel it's like you're bringing something back from the past, and I do feel that it's something from a previous life, and possibly a non-earthly starseed life, and it's something you will get closer to this gift, to this knowledge, by being in nature, really, really working with the elements, connecting to the elements. I think that's really important for you, group 2. So here we have Ancient Oak Spirit Strength. Okay. What I'm drawn to is the word ancient. Oaks have been around, hundreds and hundreds of years. Obviously an old oak tree. What I mean is an old oak tree has been around for hundreds and hundreds of years. They contain a lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdom. These trees have experienced so much. So many cycles that they've experienced. And what I feel is that the Mother Earth, through nature, Mother Earth wants you to connect to that ancient knowledge, that ancient wisdom. So we're talking really, your ancestors could feature quite heavily in this. I feel your ancestors, some sort of ancestral knowledge that would be really useful, but also some sort of ancient talent, ancient skill you've got. Yeah, lovely. Let's see, what else do we have here? So we have book knowledge. Yeah, so it's like, I just get it's like antiquity is coming through. You probably possess some sort of, it's like you've got some sort of secret knowledge of the universe, something that's really ancient. This group feels very, very magical to me as well. There's a lot that's contained, as you can see with the tree, the imagery. We have a golden door that's just starting to open. Is that there's a lot of knowledge contained within you, a lot of knowledge that's been buried deep for a long time, but it's ready to come out again. This is what I'm feeling, and it's like you carry it in this some sort of, this is like a metaphor for all this ancient knowledge that you possess. And then we have fire, spontaneity. Wow, this to me is like the fire of creation. You are starting to reignite this. It's like, what they're saying is, what Mother Earth is saying is, if you have a particular passion for something, it is time to reignite it. If you don't have that particular passion at the moment, what I feel is that if you start looking into this ancient skill, possibly into your past lives as a starseed, It might not be a star seeds for some of you, but I'm feeling that energy strongly. Of anything, some sort of ancient skill or some sort of ancient skill or talent you've got from a past life. What this will do, this will reignite you again. It's like you'll be reborn. That's what I'm seeing here. And then when you get reborn, it's like the fire of life has started again. I feel for some of you that, especially looking at the Ten of Swords, this energy is like you possibly have come to the end of a cycle. You probably feel you have. It's like you want some excitement to come back into your life. You've had enough of the old cycle. It's time for something new. But this needs to be drawn. Mother Earth wants you to draw this from something that's very ancient within you. And you're able to connect to something really, really ancient as well. And this will really, really fire your passion. Here we have chalice, fulfillment. Wow, we have water here, the chalice. Yeah, this is something that's going to make you really, really, it's almost like it's going to make your heart sing. What they're saying is use this chalice, put the chalice metaphorically into the well. This well, as well, like the ancient oak, wells, it can contain a lot of information as well. I just get a sense of a lot of mysticism and sort of ancient magical knowledge from you as well in this group. Okay. And for these messages from the Intuitive Life Coach Oracle, we have Source. Your connection to Source is a light and love that shines through you and leads the way. Yeah, I feel you are naturally connected to a lot of very, very high level beings. You're able to connect to them quite easily. As you see here, we have the Archangel Raphael. It's like if you explore the well, and what I'm getting now is the well of your subconscious, you will be able to connect to this ancient skill that you have, this ancient knowledge. It needs to be reawakened. And what this will do is connect you directly to Source. All right, you're connected directly to Spirit here. What have we got here? Earth shifts. You are very, wow, we're doing a reading about Mother Earth, and then we get this card. Earth shifts. You are very connected to Mother Earth. All right, so she's giving you a heads up here. Mother Earth is saying this, and as such, you experience all that she does. So I wonder, for a lot of you, that you have some sort of ability to connect with it's kind of the energies of the earth. For example, you might be able to go, I talked about, nature, your connection with nature, with water, gardens, things like that. So you might be able to pick up on energy frequencies, changes in energies. When you go to different places, it might come to you quite strongly, almost in a kind of a clairsentient way as well. What that is telling you is when you pick up on this is like an ancient knowledge within you, an ancient skill you have that is being reawakened. So what Mother Earth is saying is, because you're so connected to this, it's time to reawaken it, and time to really to I'm going to get some more information, I think. Right, so what I'm going to do now, I feel drawn to using this deck. This is because this will give you more information, I think, for you, Group 2, as to how you can connect more easily to the energy of the Earth, to the energy of Mother Earth. Possibly a lot of you probably already do this and are very, very good at it, but it'd be very interesting to see what this deck comes up with. So, Mother Earth, can I have some more information for people in Group 2, please? In terms of the message that you have for them, how do they connect to that water, the water energy, the earth energy, nature, that ancient knowledge that they have? So I think firstly, I'm going to ask, really, what is it? What's really strong with you? What sort of psychic sense, intuitive sense is really strong with people in group 2? Okay. And then we have how you can actually use it to connect to this ancient wisdom. Okay, now that is interesting. Replenish your energy. I am gonna sense, well, we have the nature around this person, and it's almost like she's sniffing the air, and she has an awareness. It's like she has some sort of clairsentient feel. I don't know if you can see properly. I think we have nature and everything is painted onto the clothes that she's wearing. It's like she feels a part of the nature around her. This is what I'm feeling by this. So I'm feeling for you, walks out in nature will be very, very beneficial if you don't do it already. And she's actually walking around, and almost this is you really being in tune with nature. And I think this is something that comes quite naturally to you. But for some of you, if it doesn't come so naturally, what Spirit is saying that it'd be really good for you to do this really. And then we have flower power. To me, this is about you, group 2, being connected to nature. And then what will happen is you'll start to see things in a much more expansive way. You'll start to see colours that you never saw before, or it's like you start to see different grades of colours when you look at things. Not just the colours you perceived before. It's almost like you're practicing a certain sense. You're seeing colours that exist beyond what you see physically. So you're able to see, and it's not just seeing, it's almost like feeling the colours as well. That's what's coming to me, is feeling them colours. And this is about being really observant, but also opening up your psychic senses. And this is telling you, this is how you are communicating with this earth. This is how you are noticing. You are able to see the subtleties of any shifts or any changes as well. Wow. And what this will do, this will actually reawaken that spontaneity, that fire within you. And this is where your passion comes from. This is where, it's kind of where your life purpose comes from. That's what I'm feeling as well. So I'm going to get a little bit more information. And what I'm thinking I'm going to use, I'm going to get a card just to clarify, the star card. Mother Earth, can I have a card, please, to clarify the star card for people in group 2, please, for the message that you have for them, or messages, I should say. Okay, so we have 7 of Pentacles. I'm going to choose another one, I think. I feel another one coming on. And then we have 8 of Pentacles. Right, okay. Now, what's funny, I was talking about gardens, and on the bottom of this deck also, this is kind of you connecting almost to, well, we have the Wheel of Fortune on the bottom of the deck. It's like you're connecting to something ancient. It's like you're connecting to the universe. This is where you're almost the Akashic records as well. You're able to connect to other dimensions through walking around nature, feeling them earth shifts. You're connected to something very, in other dimensions, really. This is what I'm feeling. But what we have here, underneath the star card, we have the 7 of Pentacles, and we have the 8 of Pentacles. Now, with gardens, this obviously looks like a garden to me. He's actually grown something. But this, to me, what it's saying is, I say this of a lot of groups, this is about grounding any sort of messages and information you have. And I'm feeling for a lot of people in this group that you will probably have your sights on working on something quite independently. So possibly a project, some sort of new project that's come down. And this 7 of Pentacles, it's saying that you're assessing things. This is somebody who's assessing. So this is the assessment phase, the 7 of Pentacles, because they're both Pentacles, these cards. So you're assessing, these are the tools I have. And 8 of Pentacles is a progression after this. You're actually doing something, you're working on it. So what Mother Earth is saying is, you need to tap into, remember I talked about, you know, the well. Also we have this ancient oak as well. Really tap into the, you know, the spirit of the earth, the earth mother, the elementals as well, things like that. This is where your magic lies, I think. And this is where you'll be able to grow things. This is where you'll be able to grow abundance. Remember we had the Wheel of Fortune on the bottom of the deck. And by doing that, by tapping into that, this will fire your passion. And I see you starting, your passion is being fired up and you're starting to get to work on something. But I do feel there's some sort of project or business that is related to this. So some of you, yes, you could be, it could be some sort of, you know, business or something or project that's to do with the environment. Or even tap into some, even I'm getting some sort of, like a lot of you might have some sort of talent or skill in shamanism as well, or shamanism. Yeah, that's meant to be something that's meant to be brought down through that. Wonderful. Okay, I'm going to choose, I think I'm going to go to this deck now. This is the Life Purpose deck. Just for any more information, please, for people in group 2, Mother Earth, what are they meant to be working on? What is it that they're meant to be working on, please? Strength. That's interesting. So the ancient oak spirit, we have strength here, and we have strength here. Everything you've experienced in your life has made you strong and courageous. What I think to me, yes, it could be referring to strength in terms of, you know, growing as we do from having obstacles in our life, you know, we grow from them. But yeah, I think this applies to you too. But I think what they're saying now is a time for you to actually grow from it. This is about you building yourself up like the ancient oak. When trees get older, you know, they get bigger, they get more established, they get stronger. And this is what Mother Earth is saying to you. She wants you to get stronger in your ability to tap into these past energies, these past talents you have as well. This is where everything lies for you. Okay. That's lovely. A very, very powerful, interesting reading, group 2. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you liked that. If you did, all the usual things, please like, share and subscribe. And thank you very much for coming to view this reading. Goodbye. Hello group 3 and welcome to your reading. This reading will be a message directly to you from Mother Earth or Gaia. When I was connecting to Mother Earth and asking about your energies, I was feeling a bit breathless at times when I was trying to connect to the energy. So I'm feeling there might be some sort of restriction. Also getting the image of a woman, you know, kind of like a dark cloak, standing kind of on a mountain or like on a hillside, and it was quite windy as well. It was sort of blowing her hair and her cloak around. So I'm feeling some sort of restriction or something that needs to be lifted. This is what I'm feeling in order to ease that restriction as well. So let's delve a bit deeper into this. So Mother Earth, what is your message for group 3, please? So from the tarot, we'll choose some cards and then I will choose some oracle decks that feel pertinent to your energies, group 3. So I'm going to choose this one, I think. I think this is called Guiding Light Oracle. I haven't got the actual box with me, but I'm pretty sure it's called that. And go to this one. in our Witch's Wisdom Oracle. This was the Oracle of the Seven Energies. And then we're going to go to the Black Moon Astrology deck. Okay. All right. So for group 3, what do we have, Mother Earth? So we have the Six of Swords, followed by the High Priestess, followed by the Ace of Cups, followed by the Knight of Wands. Okay, so I'm seeing a journey here for those of you in group 3. I'm feeling that Mother Earth is saying for you to keep moving on from something that's felt quite restrictive in the past, or maybe in the present now. It's caused a lot of restriction and what you're moving towards. So obviously we've got this shift here. We have swords. We see these swords also around this figure in the boat. It's a female figure. She has a child with her. The swords seem to be sort of hemming her in, but this boatman is actually carrying her away from choppy waters to more calm waters. So I'm getting a sense that you're going through a transition where you're moving from something that's felt quite restrictive, but when she gets to the calm waters, these swords will start to be lifted out of this boat and she'll be free. She won't feel, because she looks quite repressed, she has her head down. It's quite a somber image I'm getting from this. But I feel that when you get across these waters to calm waters, I feel it's been quite turbulent for you up to now. What will happen is you will get, the next part of the journey is that you will get a lot of information about this is going to go deep into your soul. I feel that a lot has been revealed to you and will be revealed to you further. And we're talking about darkness and light. Or negative things, positive things, but it's like you're being shown something really, really deep, and it's on a soul level, and this is part of your transition. It's like kind of a dark night of the soul that I'm seeing. You are moving through this at the moment, so yeah, it's quite difficult, but it's very illuminating at the same time, and I feel that it is going, towards a positive direction. And what will happen is you will start to feel some kind of healing, very strong healing, and it's on a heart level. So we're talking about your heart chakra being healed. As we have here, the Ace of Cups, it's a new beginning for you. Aces often deal with new beginnings, and this is something really, it's almost like you have something somewhere has kind of broken your heart or made you feel quite heartbroken, and you're feeling quite replenished after going through this dark night of the soul. Things are starting to be repaired. It's like your cup is starting to become full again and it's starting to overflow. This dove, this spirit, is giving you this information, but also giving you a lot of replenishment. But you are definitely going through some sort of journey at the moment. And what I'm feeling here with this Knight of Wands is you really start to come into yourself, really. This is you getting stronger. I see fire. So we have water, we have cleansing. You being cleansed emotionally. And through this wisdom that you're getting at the moment, and then this is where the fire comes in. This is where you really start to come into yourself, I think. Okay, so a very, very emotional journey that you're going through at the moment, at this point in time. Remember, this is the timeless reading. So this like all my readings are timeless. Most of them are timeless. So this, whatever time or whatever date you watch this reading, this message will be relevant to you. So we have collective consciousness. So number 61, you may be feeling overwhelmed by all of the energetic shifts. It is time to focus on peace and love for all. Now I'm drawn to the words of being overwhelmed, energetic shifts, and the word peace. And I think you're going through a lot of different shifts at the moment, a lot of energetic shifts. And I see we have this red around here. This is like you starting to come into your power, the red colour. And this, to me, this darkness, this is almost like that kind of dark night of the soul, this dark energy, kind of difficult things. It's almost like working with a shadow. But if you look here at the top, at the pinnacle, at the summit, we have this light, this lovely light that's bursting through. And this is what I see here. What else do we have? We have true love. At the core foundation of this relationship is the potential for true love. So yeah, for some of you, I feel that you may have had some sort of difficult relationship. I get a feel for a lot of you, it might be something that's quite, maybe a romantic relationship that's been quite painful, or it's left you really reeling, I feel, and that you are going through some sort of repair at the moment. And what this is doing, what Mother Earth is saying is that you have to heal yourself before you go on to the next phase, or before you it's like you have to get that self-power and healing before you go into another relationship. If this is the case for you, if you are single at the moment, if you've been through some sort of difficult relationship. And I think this true love is also pertaining to you having true love for yourself, because when you love yourself completely, then you start to attract relationships and people that are deserving of you. That's what I'm feeling here. And then we have earth grounding. Okay. I'm going to come back to that. I'm not quite sure about that. Let's have a little look here. So we have feeling the world. Yeah, it's almost like you have the weight of the world on your shoulders sometimes. It feels like you're carrying a lot. Remember, we had here collective consciousness, and we have High Priestess. So I think, as well as physical things, in terms of, tangible things like relationships, people, I think you pick up on a lot of negative energies as well. You pick up on a lot of things in the world. This could be through, watching the news or anything that's going on in the world around you. I think you pick up on them energies in a very, very subtle level. And this can make you feel quite overwhelmed, even quite kind of floaty and unable to sort of ground. And this is giving you that kind of that, it's like a feeling of detachment I'm feeling. And when I was feeling that breathlessness, it was like you're getting overwhelmed by all these messages, all these feelings and all these energies that are coming in. It's like too much. And I think there's a need for you to let go as well. As we see with the Six of Swords, you're leaving behind difficulties and you're creating space and you're creating calm for yourself. And this will help you to feel much more grounded on the earth plane. And this is where, when you start to get grounded, this is where the magic will start to happen for you. But it's having a really strong, firm sense of yourself, believing in yourself. But in order to do that, you do need to go through some level of healing as well. And yeah, you're definitely feeling the world. But also, if you look at this, there's a tenderness about this card, the way she's holding the world as well. And it's like you have that lovely angelic healing lights coming from the earth as well. And we have all these stars as well. Yeah. And then we have the land between. Yes, you are definitely going through a journey. And I'm not sure where you are on this journey. I feel you almost feel you are at the land between. It's like you don't feel connected to, you don't feel grounded almost. You're in this between phase. It's like you're in between dimensions, or you don't know where you are at the moment. You kind of feel up in the air. So this is because you're going through a major transition. What this is doing, this is actually elevating you. As you see, this piece of land between, it's like that. I often think of like a mirror. You see a reflection, and I always think of the world inside the mirror, between where we are and at the other side of the mirror. There's kind of a world in between, which can be difficult as well, because it reveals a lot of hidden truths to you. And it's interesting, I said, the mirror, this could be reflecting on certain things about yourself, about your own energies, and the kind of possibly the kind of people that you might be attracting into your life. Because I feel that you are very, very open to a lot of different energies that come through. And it's about being more discerning, and being more discerning is going to help you to ground, I think, as well. So yeah, you feel like it's almost like you're in a no man's land. It feels like you're in a no man's land at the moment. And this is because you're going through some strong energetic shift. But what Mother Earth is saying is that you are being brought to a place of calmness. This calmness will come. And the rewards of this is that you will get a much deeper insight into yourself, into your soul. Because you've seen the darkness, you've seen the light, you've seen both sides. You're able to make, it just gives you more information. It strengthens your intuition as well. And from this, you will get a lot of healing. And then here we have Grand Cross Provoker. Yeah. So I just see a lot of power building up. This red we have here and the red here. This is like that feeling of overwhelm. It's like a pressure cooker. Things are building up. The energy is building up so much because you're having to face so much energetically and in the world around you. You feel you're in that no man's land, and it just feels overwhelming. And it just feels like you're probably at some sort of karmic point at the moment. And there's something that you were learning. And then what's happening is it's like a phase that you will naturally go through. This is just a difficult time in the moment. But what you get, as I said, are the rewards are a stronger intuition, healing on a very, very deep level, but it will feel very, very wonderful. It'll be like a new beginning. And this is you coming into your strength. And what we have here as well, you notice we've got the colours, very, very vibrant, very hot looking, as I would say. It's very, very red and vibrant. You're building up your power. It feels difficult, but you are building up your power. And then what happens? They become cooler. We have this is like refreshment afterwards, but also because it's purple, I just feel that you will start to, it will actually elevate you spiritually. You'll get a much more deep understanding. Because you have we're talking about true love, and I feel you will get a stronger connection to spirit, a stronger connection to your soul after this phase that you are going through. And and this to me is like new knowledge about yourself, new knowledge of the world around you as well. And it's quite esoteric as well, looking at the colours. It's quite very, very high vibration. It's of a very, very high vibration. And it's because you're going through a phase of learning at the moment. Okay. I want to get a bit more information about this Knight of Wands, please. I think I'm going to go towards this deck. Please, can I have more information about the Knight of Wands spirit? Or I should say, Mother Earth. Handfasting union. I feel that this is kind of like it's like a union with yourself. It's like you're bringing parts of yourself together. This is increasing your self-esteem, your confidence. What will happen is you will attract the right people. So it could even be platonic. It could be in terms of friendship. You will find people that connect with you on a soul level. But also, yes, it could very well be romantic as well. And also your connection with spirit. So I think it might mean different things for each of you. So different parts of this reading will resonate with each of you as it is a group reading. Different parts will resonate with you in a different way. Let's get another card. I feel like I need another card here. Wow, Beltane fertility. So yeah, I think I just see a lot of growth here. And yeah, for some of you, this could be some sort of relationship that it's about you attracting that relationship. And, like some of you, we could be talking about the birth of a child. But also what I'm seeing is that this is like something being reborn inside you as well, in terms of yourself. It's like, this is new you, really. This is like the revamped version of you. It's almost like you've had a spiritual and emotional kind of reboot. And it's a lovely energy that comes after that, after you've been through this dark night of the soul. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I think I'm going to get a bit more information from the tarot. Okay, I'm going to choose, I think I'm going to choose this deck. Okay, so Mother Earth, do you have any more information, please, for people in group 3 about the message that you have for them? Two cards. Okay, we have Queen of Wands. What was I saying? We're talking about this queen is a very, very confident, outgoing queen. Out of all of the queens, I would say, very, very confident, outgoing, very, very confident in her own skin. She takes up space in the world, and I think this is what you're going towards. This is what this is a message that Mother Earth has for you, but it requires a lot of healing. Wow, we have the Lovers card. Okay, what did I say about you connecting to? It's like you're connecting to a high vibration. Your spiritual or your energetic frequency is increasing and increasing because you are learning so much about yourself. You're really connecting to your higher self, your soul. And then we have the Devil. Wow, now this is interesting. So yeah, we are really talking about the shadow, and these are like two sides of the same coin. So, you know, in order to get that healing, sometimes we have to be exposed to the shadow. We have to learn about the shadow. You know, look in the mirror, see what comes through back to you as well. That might be quite useful for you, which we all have to do at some point in our lives. Yeah, so the Devil, this is, I just really feel it is looking through the shadow, and this is bringing you a lot of healing. So what's interesting, you see we have a male and a female in both cards, but a very, very different energy. And I feel that this Ace of Cups is healing for you. And we have the Archangel Raphael, which is intense healing, spiritual and emotional healing. Your intuition is being increased. You have a much closer relationship with your subconscious. As you can see, the male figure here, this represents our conscious self, or our conscious mind. The female figure, whether you're male or female, is the subconscious mind. And through the subconscious mind, we are able to, as you can see, she's looking at the Archangel. He isn't. So the subconscious mind is where we get to have direct communication with spirit, with our spirit guides, with the angels, with the archangels. And I think this is going to get very, very strong for you. So we have the number 6 here. So we could be talking about 6 months. You're going through a kind of a progression here. Very much so a progression. But yeah, it's because you're able to look at two sides of the same coin. We have the darkness and we have the light as well. Wow, very, very powerful. Group 3. Okay, that's all I have for you at the moment. I just feel there's a lot of healing that's taking place, and you are, as I said before, I feel that you are undergoing a lot of work with your shadow. If you're not, it would be beneficial for you to work with the shadow self. And this will reveal a lot to you, and this will help you get through this dark night of the soul, and you will get an immense spiritual awakening from this. Okay, so thank you, Group 3, for tuning in. I'm sorry it was quite a difficult reading as well, so I do apologize for that. Okay, so if you like the reading, please hit the like button. Please remember to share. Please leave any comments. I welcome any comments as well from all of my readings. But yeah, thank you very much and goodbye. Hello, Group 4, and welcome to your reading. This reading will be a message or messages coming to you directly from Mother Earth or Gaia. And what I'm seeing when I'm connecting to your energy and to the message from Mother Earth, I've just seen for some of you in this group that you like possibly to collect things, and I'm getting the word trinkets. You like to collect things and you like to make things as well. I'm just getting the image of kind of a female energy and kind of like jewelry. That's what's coming to me. Yeah, so that might be relevant for some of you, but let's go a bit deeper, please. Mother Earth, what is your message, please, for people in group 4? It's almost like you like to go around, you like to explore, and you like to collect things, have collections of things in the world around you. And it's like you're forming some sort of a collage of things, or you're collecting things and you're making something out of it. That's what I'm feeling. I think there's a lot of creative people in this group, I feel. But it's about using the elements of the, well, you know, earthly things, things you find in nature possibly as well. Okay. So for group 4, please. Okay. Now here. I'm going to use 2 from here, I think, from the Oracle of the 7 Energies deck. I think this one as well. This is the Life Purpose deck. I'm just sort of picking oracle decks that are really screaming out to me at the moment. Okay, this is the Oracle of the Hidden Worlds. And I think I'm going to go for this deck, I think. The Gateway of Light Activation Oracle. Oh, okay. Right, here we go. Here's our collection of cards for people in group 4 to show the message from Mother Earth. So we have the 4 of Cups, followed by the Knight of Swords, followed by the Emperor. Okay. I think group 4, that things are being revealed to you, and what, in terms of the 4 of Cups, so Mother, it's thing, and I noticed that this person is sitting under the tree, and this person is in nature, as we can see here. And being in nature, being in them surroundings, we see the hand of spirit coming through and offering a cup, offering some sort of knowledge, or possibly some sort of way of doing things as well. And this Knight is, I'm going to come back to this, but with the 4, well, with the Emperor, this to me is about self-power, but it's also about being organized. What they're telling me is that you need to be organized and to kind of be in control of yourself. And it's like you're setting your sights on something that you want to achieve, but there needs to be some sort of structure and some sort of order about it. That's what I'm seeing. Okay, what else is coming through? See, I think these messages are coming through to you very, very strongly, in a very, very quick way, possibly claircognizantly to you as well, as the Swords deals with the mind, really, deals with our thoughts as well. So I think you are getting a lot of messages at the moment, and it's coming through the earth plane. Okay, let's see what we have. We have Sacred Reverence. Okay, so yeah, this is almost It's interesting, we have a key, we have a shape of a heart, the hands, and also if you look at the hands, they have like a picture of the earth on them. I don't know if you can see in the camera. And we have a key here, so something is being unlocked. And again, on the heart, we have a symbol. Well, we have the earth has been painted on this picture of a heart, and there's a keyhole here. So there's something that needs to be revealed to you, and it's like you're discovering something new. I do feel that you are naturally explorers, and there's 47 as well on this particular deck. This is to do with your crown chakra, things being opened out to you, new knowledge. And this Emperor card, see this Knight of Swords, what they're saying is you might be somebody who rushes ahead, which is fine. Mentally, you come to conclusions very quickly, you run into things. But this Emperor, I see he's taken his time and he's taken a measured approach in situations. And this is what Mother Earth is saying to you at the moment, is the need for you to have some sort of structure in order in the way you go about things. And yeah, I'm going to get some more information. So we have wish upon a star. So yeah, it's kind of given a clue. Mother Earth has given you a clue in order for you to get the things that you desire. I'm finding there might be some element of impatience as I'm seeing from this Knight of Swords. But this Emperor to me is showing that it's a masculine energy. It's very direct. It's a doing energy, but he's patient. He's sitting there, and he doesn't have to do things physically. He doesn't have to go into battle and fight like the Knight of Swords here. He can delegate. He's able to come from a position where he's able to plan. He's able to see things from a very, very broad perspective. From where he's sitting, he's at that vantage point. Yes, he's ready to spring into battle. He has his armor on ready, but at the moment he's able to delegate. He's able to see the bigger picture. So this might be what Mother Earth is saying to you at the moment, is to see the bigger picture, and things will start to fall into place. You'll start to understand any messages or things that are coming through to you. Okay. So we have, you're on the right path. Wow. Keep doing what you're doing because it's working. Beautiful. And then we have the meditation, number 26. Peace, relief, sanctuary. Yeah, I'm feeling that what they're saying is possibly a need at the moment for you to kind of slow down your mental processes. I think when we go very quickly in life, when we kind of overanalyze things around us, sometimes that can block off our other senses, our more intuitive senses as well. And this is why you can see this person under the tree. There's something obvious that's coming through from spirit, but he's not seeing it at the moment. So I feel at the moment you're kind of in this mind, you're kind of in the mind, which is why we have this central card as the Knight of Swords. You're in the mind and you're coming to conclusions quickly. But I feel this might be cutting you off from something maybe much bigger that's coming through. And when I'm seeing that kind of necklace, yes, it's about collecting things, collecting trinkets of information, but it's actually about making the links with them trinkets into like one sort of necklace. It's like a metaphor I'm seeing. This is like I'm seeing like maybe you need to start joining the dots, but in order to join the dots, you just need to have a bit of kind of time out, meditation, get into that space where you can really, really connect with spirit. And also, if you notice, this the woman in this card, she's actually she's in nature, she's immersed in nature, and this is where she's getting her peace, her relief, her sanctuary, and this is where she's able to connect. If you look at the difference between this card and that card, this person seems to be in nature, but he's not noticing what's happening around him. His mind is probably going, 10 to the dozen as well. But here, it's like a space has been opened. It's like you're calm in that mind. You're allowing your intuition to come in. You're opening up your psychic senses. This is where you will come into your Emperor energy. By doing that, you will start to get a lot of self-control. This is where that sacred reverence. This is how you having self-respect for your sacred space. And it's interesting that we're drawn to the heart here. I feel this is really talking about you getting... It's like you communicating with your higher self through spirit, through your heart. But in order for you to do that, you need to open up your other senses. And in order for you to do that, you need to get that sacred space that I'm seeing here. Sacred space, the meditation to get that sacred reverence. And this will put you on the right path. And you can see there's like an elevation here. We have this angel that seems to be rising. We have the colour purple, which is very much to do with the crown chakra. And yeah, it's about you elevating your frequency. And this is how you'll be able to make your wishes a reality. Okay, and this is your third eye, this colour purple, and the crown actually, third eye crown. This is you actually connecting to your sacred self, your higher self. So you're able to really, you're clearing a space in your third eye, in your crown chakra, because you're not allowing the thoughts and the many messages to come in the way. You're being more discerning, which is where the Emperor comes in. Being more discerning and choosing what you choose to allow into your mental space and your spiritual space, I would say, your aura. And then you're able to direct. You're able to be a director of your life more. And this is how you show sacred reverence for yourself. And this is where you will be able to unlock. This is like you unlocking the key to how to navigate the earth plane. Okay. So then we have Seraphim's Gateway. Voice activation, angelic attunement, divine support. Yeah, I see things here for you, group 4, is things start to ramping up. When you slow the mental energy, kind of that logical mind, that analytical mind that might go into overdrive. Yes, it's good to be analytical, but sometimes we need to balance it. If we're over analytical sometimes, if we come to conclusions quickly, we don't give ourselves a chance to open up. So meditation, I feel, would be a very good practice for you to get that peace, to get that just a relief from the mind. And then what happens is you'll start to connect to your heart. You can see in this card, this child, this is your inner child, has her hands over her heart. Her wishes, what she wishes to do, what she wants to do, is not coming from a mental space, it's coming from her heart. And this to me, you coming from your heart, is you showing self-respect for yourself. You're showing, it's you giving yourself that self-respect, that space. You're giving yourself time, you're giving yourself space. And what that will do, it's like your inner emperor will start to come out. And then you'll be opened up. And then this key will unlock. This is like unlocking the secrets of how you can get your wishes on the earth plane. Because what you're doing, you're mixing this very grounded energy of the Emperor with the energy from Source, the energy from Spirit. Seraphim's Gateway, these are very, very high, one of the highest levels of angels. Very, very close to God. And by you opening up this space, you will start to receive messages, and you'll be quite surprised at how they come to you. So yes, it could be you might start to say things to yourself and you think, oh, where did that come from? Whereas before you start to go on to the next thing, because your mind is running really, really quickly, because you're giving yourself that space. You're able to analyze, and you're realizing that it's coming from the divine, and you're actually given a message. You've been given a way forward. And this is you really opening up that heart space. This is how you're able to do that, by opening up the heart space, balancing it with the mental, I would say, with that mental energy. And we have here Thoth light codes, light initiation. Look at all this light we have with the Seraphim's Gateway. We have the light here around the child from her heart chakra, throat. Remember, we had the voice activation. We have that star on her third eye, and with all the stars around her crown. And also, again, we have that bridge, we have the heart, we have the light around here. And we're up in the clouds here, as you can see. This is very, very high vibrational. And by you doing this, by you giving yourself that space, you're opening up your heart chakra, you will start to learn a great deal. We have here great teacher awakening, divine magic. You are now able to get yourself into a space where you can actually work with the divine to manifest things that you want to in your life. And this is you showing a much more controlled approach to how you live your life. So yeah, very interesting. Took me a while really to work out what it was saying, but it's, yeah. I'm going to get some more information. So I'm going to get some more, I'm going to use a tarot, I think. So let's see. More information, please, for people in group 4 about this message coming through from Mother Earth. And I feel the fact is that some of you, we've got this great teacher awakening, and we have you on the right path. For some of you, you might already be doing this, so you're in a kind of a phase at the moment. It's interesting. We have the Page of Swords here. Again, this is a mental card. If you notice a difference, this is complete clarity. This is much calmer than this Knight of Swords energy, much more calmer. And when you're calm, when your mental space is less clogged up and it's much more calmer, then you're able to access other higher sources of information. Wow. And then we have the Lover's card. Okay. This to me is healing. This is you connecting through your heart chakra, through your other chakras as well. Yeah, and again, we have a lot of references to angels here as well, as we have here with the seraphims. And then we have 10 of Cups. Look at the difference. This 10 of Cups, to me, it's at the highest frequency of love. It's a Cups card. We have a rainbow. The rainbow has a spectrum of colours. So when you slow down mentally, when you open up that space through meditation, through opening up that heart space, what happens is you're able to get access in many different ways. Remember, with the rainbow, what the rainbow is showing us is the true colours. It's like, and it's very, very high vibrational. It's like you're getting tuned in. I see you're getting tuned in to all the different I just see a lot more detail that you're seeing in the world around you, but also it's I'm just seeing gradients here, gradients and grades of colours. You're seeing things in much more detail. Things are coming to you because you've slowed your mind down. You've opened up that space. Your heart space is opening. Things are being opened out. And this 10 of Cups as well. We talked about here, wish upon a star. This is how you get, this to me is complete, really wish fulfillment because you're coming from the heart. And then we have Justice. Wow. Okay. So Justice, yeah, I feel that this to me, we have the scales of justice here. This to me is justice for yourself, I feel. It's time for you to come into your own power as the emperor of yourself. And this is a karma card as well. So I feel this is part of your karma to actually, once you start to open yourself up, start to relax, start to open that energetic space, then your wishes will start to come through. You will start to connect much more easily with the angels, because what this is saying is the angels, spirit and everything is really they're always contacting you, they're always in communication with you, but at the moment, some of you in this group, or a lot of you, might not be seeing it completely. You might not be seeing this message in all of its colours. All right, so when this heart is opened, when this key is used, all the colours, you'll start to see the world, the earth plane, in a much more colourful way. Not literally in terms of colour, but you'll start to see different ways of doing things, different ways of seeing things. The world would feel like a much more colourful place. And this to me is, there'll be much more possibilities opened up to you by doing that. Okay. And this is what the message this is the main message I feel that Mother Earth is giving you, group 4. I'm just sorry it took a bit of a while to get to the crux really of that message. I know I talked about jewelry and everything before, but I think it's actually, the word I got was trinket. So you have the trinkets or piece. It's like you have pieces of the puzzle, but by you allowing yourself to slow down, you'll be able to put them into a chain, into a link that's like a necklace. This is like you putting the pieces together. And then you're starting to see patterns as well. And these patterns will help you. They'll give you information and they'll give you knowledge of how to achieve your wishes as well. Lovely. Okay. So thank you very much, group 4. I hope that reading resonated for you in some way. If it did, please remember to hit the like button, please share, please subscribe if you haven't done so already. Please also feel free to leave any comments about this. Okay, so thank you very much and goodbye.